to keep him straight and narrow, since I am into control, that we would try a lifestyle called swinging.
Are you swinging because you want to, because he's going to go off anyway, so you just want to be involved in the mix?
In the beginning, that is exactly why I started it.
And then you started to like it?
Yeah,
Well,
who wouldn't?
Me? I'm just saying. I don't want to.
She's the judge who gives rules on the law and life. She's intense with common sense. She's Judge Lynn Toller on Divorce Court, where real couples deal with real life. Melissa and Ollie, self-proclaimed swingers, have been married for 14 years, but separated for the past 4. Both say their open marriage eventually turned into a boiling cauldron of suspicion, doubt, and betrayal.
Chat rooms, talking to females, building emotional relationships. That's where I finally said, I'm done. I can't take this anymore.
It's a hope and a dream that I would like to get back with her, but the hope and the dream is real slim.
Melissa says she is ready to finalize the divorce, while Ollie wants to make one last plea to get her back. Today on Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Melissa Hardy and Ollie Hardy. Mr. and Mrs. Hardy, you have been married for 14 years. You don't have any children together, but you do have children from previous relationships. Mrs. Hardy, you are done, finished, and through. Mr. Hardy, you want to save this marriage, and you've come here to see if we can work something out. If we can't work it out, Mrs. Hardy, you're seeking a significant sum of money from Mr. Hardy, and we will talk about that when the time comes. But before we do that, I'm going to start with Mr. Hardy. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're here in divorce court today?
Well, when I met Melissa, she was cute. Short, little, sexy white girl, nice boobs. She was sexy, had a nice little top on, see-through.
Short, little, sexy white girl.
At the time, she was short. She done grew now.
Explain to me why the racial designation was important.
I like things that turns me on. White women turns me on, I'm sorry.
You just like white women?
Hey, they number one on the list.
They're number one on your list.
I got a list. I got a list of women.
Now tell me the list. Number one is white women. What happens after white women?
French women.
French women.
German women. Switzerland. Then Puerto Ricans.
You know, they're all white except the Puerto Rican part.
Puerto Ricans
they're
are
just
white
different nationalities.
If she ain't my color, she white.
Right. So anything other than black women is what you're saying.
Well, black women are there, but they way down there, you know what I mean?
Now, just explain to me.
I ain't trying to be racist or nothing, but
hey.
Black men and black women are raised to be the same. They raised to be more like the head of the house.
Uh-huh.
The head of the house, you know what I mean? Take care of everything. I can't have that in my house.
So you say black women are too, are too strong and independent for you. What did he say? I missed it.
I said I was the head of the house, and he said he's a white woman. I'm a white woman, so hush.
Well,
don't do that.
I was raised to be in control of my house.
You can't treat it like that in here.
That's the way it's got to be.
No, it's not got to be that way. It won't be that way in here. I'm gonna tell you that. You're gonna treat that woman with respect, white, black, or otherwise.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. So your thing is black women are too strong and independent for you. You need people who are willing to say yes sir and no sir to you.
No, that's not what it is.
Well, explain it to me, because that's what I heard.
No. In a house where the black man always makes the decisions. It's okay to talk it over with this old lady. That's fine. But the man should give the ultimate decision of what goes on in there. And what
do you think white fellas do? I don't know. I'm just asking.
The white fellas I know, they let a woman do whatever she want to do. All they want to do is go to work and come home. They don't. To me, the white guy's not like. They don't want to be in charge of anything. They want to be the follower. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader.
White guys don't want to be in charge of anything. Have you seen Congress, or have you seen, the CEOs of Microsoft and Costco? Them all white guys. They in charge of a whole lot.
In my opinion, that's what they like, but that ain't what I like. I mean, we're different in a lot of ways.
I wish more brothers would like a little more money and be in charge of a couple corporations. Give our sisters a break.
There you go.
Ms. Hardy, we haven't talked to you at all. How are you doing over there?
I'm good today,
You
Your Honor.
all right?
I'm doing great.
Why are you sick of Mr. Hardy?
Well, I decided that the way he was and the game player that he actually was, that to keep him straight and narrow, since I am into control, that we would try a lifestyle called swinging.
She's a freak.
That I am.
Now wait a minute.
If there was an
Are you
award,
swinging because you like to swing, or you're swinging because you want to, because he's going to go off anyway, so you just want to be involved in the mix?
In the beginning, that is exactly why I started it, because it was going to keep control of him, and I would be there.
And then you started to like it?
Yeah,
she
who
loved it.
wouldn't?
Me? I'm just saying, I don't want to,
she introduced me to all this swingy stuff.
Now, Mr.
I
Hardy,
did. It
did
was
you
my
like
fault.
the swinging?
It freaked me out in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
It really did.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I couldn't perform. I couldn't,
And now she laughing
I couldn't get
at
myself ready. You know what I mean?
I understand. I was very clear,
It's a freaky
yes.
situation to be in a position like that, you know?
Yes.
But,
high pressure.
Oh, a lot of pressure.
Your Honor, you go into the club, it's like a regular nightclub.
Uh-huh.
And you're dancing, you're drinking, you're
Right.
meeting people, and then you go through the back doors,
Uh-huh.
and there's just people everywhere doing what they do best,
Now, all in one room,
all in one room.
and people don't have their clothes on, or they don't have some clothes on.
No.
And everybody's just engaging
Yes, ma'am.
right in front of everybody else.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do you have to ask to join, or do people just are they just jumping on one another? How do you figure out
course.
who you get hooked up with?
It's respect, and you probably have already met them out front. If you
So
hook
you
up
guys
with
say, "Come on, meet me in the back
Basically.
by 10 o'clock.
Basically, yes.
I'll be there and naked waiting on you." This is what happens.
Well, you have a towel on.
You have a towel.
You have to have a towel on.
When divorce court continues, why did Melissa feel the need to be a private eye?
I went through all of his emails, his phone calls, his text messages, everything.
Divorce isn't easy. Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce court is back with the case of Ollie Hardy, who says the swinger lifestyle ruined his marriage. But is he ready to sign the divorce papers?
I've been asking him that I want it over. Please sign the divorce papers. And I have the divorce papers here today.
Other than the sex thing, which is huge, what's the problem?
We don't have it here together anymore. Our mind is not set on the same page.
Well, what page are you on?
I'm still in love and she's not.
Mrs. Hardy, why are you no longer in love with Mr. Hardy?
I couldn't take it anymore. I can't take the constant. I taught him the internet.
Right.
14 years ago, I introduced the internet to him.
Money is the problem.
That was the biggest mistake of my marriage.
What's going on the internet?
Chat rooms, talking to females, building emotional relationships. That's where I finally said, I'm done. I can't take this anymore. Sex is one thing, that's physical. You get into an emotional relationship with somebody, you're talking to them day after day, you know about their family, their history. Then you decide, let's make a phone call. So then you make the phone call to that person. Now you're talking on the phone. Then the next step is meeting them. They go meet. Then what's happening? Sex.
Mr. Hardy, did you get involved in a whole real internet life where you had emotional connections with women online?
Most of the women I talked to online was 2 or 3 states away.
What was he saying on the internet with these women that you found objectionable?
Please tell.
I ended up getting my private investigator certification. I'm real good at research. I find out anything and everything. I went through all of his emails, his phone calls, his text messages, everything. I would present it to him. I didn't do that.
She never showed me nothing.
I didn't do that. I didn't meet her.
She never showed me nothing.
I didn't see her.
Now come
She didn't
on
show me
now.
nothing.
And then I'd contact the females. I'd contact them and say, what's up? What are you doing with my husband? And they would tell me the whole conversations. And funny enough, all the conversations were exactly the same.
Matched up with the evidence that you had. Now, Mr.
But
Hardy,
he didn't do it. It had it in black and white, but he didn't do it.
Boy,
did she present you with something?
she showed me nothing.
She didn't.
She showed me
You
nothing.
are
Now you
lying.
can't even say that without smiling, Mr.
She
Hardy.
showed me
I know
nothing.
she showed you something.
I would not tell you a tale.
You
She
are
showed me
lying.
nothing. If it's there, but it's not there. I didn't see it. But they're just the woman's intuition.
Well, now, are you two still swinging?
Not together.
I'm not swinging at all. I haven't done it in 4 or 5 years now.
Do you see other women?
Still lots of women.
Now don't get cute.
No,
don't get cute. Don't
honestly.
talk. I'm not talking visual. I'm
Honestly.
talking. Are you having an intimate relationship with women other than your wife?
Yes?
How many?
I don't know, 5, 6.
You say that you want to save the marriage. How is this conduct conducive to saving the marriage?
I just do what she do. I can't beat her. I might as well join her.
Are you seeing people other than Mr. Hardy?
Yes, Your Honor.
Amen.
But we have been separated for 4 years.
So the last 4 years you haven't been living together?
No, Your Honor. I've been asking him that I want it over. Please sign the divorce papers. And I have the divorce papers here today. I want them signed and over with.
Let me see. Let me see what you filled out. Now, Mr. Hardy, have you seen these papers?
Nope, but I have a set at home myself.
What you have some that you filed?
See, we live in different states.
Uh-huh.
So I
Why
filed.
won't you let it go? Why won't you just let it be a date?
It's hard to find a woman as good as she is. She's got a good head on her shoulders.
Well, what is she doing for you now, 3 states away?
Nothing.
I mean, this woman is serious. She filled out all of this paperwork. Talked about gross monthly income, all of it.
It's a hope and a dream that I would like to get back with her, but the hope and the dream is real slim.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Since you're the one who has that hope and that dream, what would you be willing to do in order to make that happen?
Anything it takes.
That's not true.
Oh.
Your
but
Honor,
it
that's
is.
not true. I asked for counseling multiple times. I asked for him to please get off the internet, because in my opinion, he has an internet and sex addiction.
When divorce court continues, is another man the cause of this marriage's demise?
It started at a party that we had at our house, a lifestyle party, and that was his birthday present to me, was to be
Was
with
that
this man.
buddy?
Was to be with this man.
It was for one night, though. That wasn't for ever.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of Melissa Hardy, who says her husband's internet addiction ruined their marriage. But does Ollie owe her?
Mrs. Hardy, my understanding is that while you guys were singing, you actually fell in love with somebody else. Are you in love with somebody else right now?
Not that person, but
She
somebody
did
else.
fall in love with
else
someone else, though.
altogether.
Yeah.
What happened with the first person that you became emotionally entangled with while swinging?
Going through not having attention and affection from my husband, we had a friend, and he was around the lifestyle too.
Uh-huh.
And one thing led to another, and him and I started getting together on the side and at our house.
While I was at work.
No, but
He
it
was at
started
work?
at a no.
While I was at work.
No, it started at a party that we had at our house, a lifestyle party, and that was his birthday present to me, was to be
Was
with this
that
man.
buddy?
Was to be with this man. That was my birthday
Is that
present.
what you did?
I think so. But
think
he
so?
was also there while I was at work.
But that's besides the point. You gave him to me as a gift for my birthday.
That was for one night, though. That wasn't for ever.
For an entire relationship.
That's right.
Well, he gave me the affection and the attention you weren't giving me.
Because I was working the night, what can I do? I worked the night, and I slept most of the day.
Mr. Hardy, in your heart of hearts, do you
Uh-huh.
believe that it was the swing that did your marriage in? Or because to me, so far, all we've talked about is sex.
So,
You know?
swinging did it in. The swinging was.
What was
Losing my
in
business,
your
too.
marriage other than the sexual, the lifestyle? What
We had a
did
nice
you do for
marriage.
one another?
We did. We had businesses and we worked. We made a lot of money at one time, and we was really happy until the swinging kind of like took over.
No, I lost my business. I had a very lucrative business, and
That's her fault.
Well, hang on, Mr. Hardy.
I
Anybody
could have
can
used
lose a
support
business.
from you. I couldn't bounce back from the loss I took on my business. It depressed me. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to do nothing at that point.
Is that what you think changed everything?
That was the start of the downfall in the marriage.
All right. So, Mrs. Hardy, what was the final straw for you?
Couldn't take any more of the internet, the emotional cheating that he was doing. I couldn't. I want out. I'm done. I'm over it.
Did you feel a little bit bad about establishing relationships with other people while your wife was kind of screaming, I need you, here I am?
I felt a little bit bad, but working at night and then home in the daytime is kind of hard, you know? I don't know what she's doing when I'm at work. I don't worry about it when I'm at work. When I'm at work, I worry about what I got to do so I can come home safe, and that's it.
When divorce court continues, what does Ollie say that makes Judge Lynn speak out?
Where is your heart? Where is your sense of fairness or justice? Where's your sense of, dignity and respect?
Divorce Court returns with the case of Melissa and Ollie Hardy, who have been separated for 4 of their 14 years of marriage. Melissa says she wants to end this marriage now, but Ollie believes it can be saved.
Mrs. Hardy, why are you suing Mr. Hardy for $6,700?
When I walked out the door, I gave him the house, 2 cars, everything in that house. I left with my clothes. I said, here, you can have it all. All I want back was the value of the Cadillac. That's all I want.
And that's $6,700. Is that the Cadillac we're talking about?
Yes.
Now, where did you get that value from? Was it the Blue Book?
Blue Book.
Mr. Hardy, is she accurate when she says when she left with the clothes on her back and left you everything, the house and everything in it? Is that true?
Yeah. But when she leave it, she don't need to get it. If she wanted, she should have took it with her.
Yeah.
She can't even drive.
Where is your heart? Where is your sense of fairness or justice? Where's your sense of, dignity and respect? You don't seem to have any care for her at all.
Breakups are not easy.
What's not easy?
Breakups are hard.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had left her, I wouldn't have came back for anything. I just left it as it was. But she leave and now she wants the value of the car.
Yeah.
Lisa, I want to save the marriage. You want to save the marriage. I don't want the marriage.
Okay.
I just want the car.
Mrs. Hardy, move on and move forward. And might I say this? If you like the freaky deaky stuff, that's fine.
Oh,
But don't get married in the midst of it, because it usually doesn't work out. Freaky deaky is for singles. If you find a good man, stick with him, because freaky deaky as you get older just gets ugly. It's not soul satisfying. It's not I'll take you to the doctor kind of thing. It's not that I'll hold you up until we both fall down kind of thing. So move forward from that. Enjoy it for a while, but move forward from that. Mr. Hardy, get a microscope and find that heart of yours somewhere, somehow. I think you're a funny guy. I think you're a nice guy. I think you're a self-involved guy. The fact that you don't like sisters, hey, maybe that's good enough. We got enough troubles. We don't need yours too. But she left you everything, and all she's asking is the value of one item, and she's entitled to that. She's entitled to much more, but she's only asking for that, and that's what she's getting. $6,700 in favor of Mrs. Hardy. It is so ordered.
All rise. Parties, may leave the courtroom.
You gonna sign them now?
I don't think I should.
I've been waiting 4 years for those to be signed.
Ooh, wait, look at these all
Time
nice
to
and
sign
pretty.
up.
I guess I give you that.
Thank you. That's all I want.